Daryl Ty Hanna owns H&H Timberlands in Forsyth. He's looking for a conditional use permit from City Council to build a 12 million square foot data center off of exit 193 on I-75. Public reception is mixed, and the battle among city leaders remains just as fierce. Campaign files reviewed by WGXA show Hanna making a $2,900 donation to former Forsyth Mayor Eric Wilson's state Senate campaign in September, part of a series of donations made on the same day. We reached out to Wilson on Tuesday afternoon, posing this question. I know he owns the land. Do you see it as a conflict of interest,
It's not at all illegal, nor is it unethical, or I wouldn't have done it.
Wilson announced his run in July and officially resigned from Forsyth in mid-December, before votes began. He says he knew Hanna for 15 years, calling him a friend.
He came to a fundraiser for me and made a contribution, and said he saw me as the best choice in the Senate race, and he wanted to contribute.
Hanna's LinkedIn currently lists him as the CEO of Titan Asset Management in Peachtree Corners. 2 separate donations were made from this company's address, listed under River Bottom Farms LLC and TSSC LLC. In all, the total was $8,900, roughly 6.5% of Wilson's total funds. Did Hanna break any rules? Georgia law says not at all. All 3 donations were under the $3,300 maximum allowed by the state. Wilson says he's been out of the loop on the data center vote since his Senate race.
I don't know how I would have voted if I were still there, because there was a lot of information I would have wanted to get, and I assume that the current council and mayor are going through that process.
Meanwhile, city residents will need to wait until next Monday for the city council's final vote.
And a bomb threat hoax at a Bibb County school is being investigated. Yesterday afternoon, someone called 911 right after 3 p.m. They said someone with a, quote, strange voice called Stratford Academy and said there was a bomb in the school before hanging up. Deputies evacuated all buildings and swept the area with canines, with fire crews and EMS on standby. Now, this is a developing story, and we will let you know when we learn more details. 5 people set to appear in court today for their connection to a 2025 drive-by shooting in Warner Robins. Now, in June of last year, officers found 2 teenage boys who had been shot on Lockwood and Hollydale Drive. The 17-year-old was shot 3 times, once in his arm, leg, and stomach, and the 19-year-old was shot in the hand. They went to the hospital and have since recovered. Warner Robins police say the victims were followed in their car by suspects in another car, which led to that shooting. They're facing 6 counts of drive-by shooting, 7 counts of criminal gang activity, criminal gun possession, and property damage. We've reached out for the initial incident report, and we will keep you updated as this story continues to develop. A big opportunity opened up for community veterans in Warner Robins yesterday. No-cost transition services were made available to any vets looking to get back into the workforce. It was held at the Georgia Veterans Education Career Transition Resource Center. In partnership with Still Serving Veterans, attendees were able to get advice, including how to prepare for an interview, sprucing up a resume, and how to search for a job.
I heard about this on Facebook, and I just wanted to just come out and meet the counselors here, meet the team, see if they can, what they offer, because I am a little nervous but separating, and I just want to be as prepared as possible.
Help me transition to the civilian workforce as well. Currently, the Still Serving Veterans is helping me work on my LinkedIn account, my resume building for the civilian sector, and just general opportunities that they offer here at the Vector Center and through Still Serving Veterans.
For multiple other organizations present, including the Robins Air Force Base Military Family Readiness Center, local veterans of Foreign Wars Post, and the American Legion. River Edge opened a new center on Ingleside Avenue today in Macon. The organization says the new center will address the needs of the Macon community by offering day-to-day support for people living with behavioral health challenges, as well as intellectual and developmental disabilities. The ribbon cutting for the new facility was held this morning with multiple representatives from the organization, local government officials, and community members present at the event.
Well, happy Wednesday, everybody. After some morning clouds across middle Georgia this morning and some rather chilly temperatures again, we're going to see the sunshine back with us this afternoon. But however, our morning lows earlier this morning, we were 10 to 15 degrees warmer than yesterday. We started out in the upper 20s and lower 30s, and today, once we get the sunshine back with us this afternoon, we're going to be going up to the low 50s. So not too bad as far as the temperatures are concerned. Still a little bit below the average high of 60, but warmer than yesterday's high of 45. Now, as we look into tomorrow, perhaps maybe a few more clouds around, so we'll call tomorrow partly cloudy. But again, we will be staying dry, and we'll also be back up into the low 50s for tomorrow. And then as we look into Friday, again, we'll see partly cloudy skies, for the most part staying dry. We can't rule out an isolated shower or sprinkle around on Friday. But again, I think most of us will be staying dry, and we will be back up into the 50s. Now let's talk about the weekend, because this is where it gets a little bit dicey. We are expecting a low pressure system to move out of the northern Gulf over into the southeastern United States off the southeast coast. And this low pressure system is forecast to intensify. And depending on the track of this low, will depend on how much cloud cover or moisture that it will be throwing back into the southeast, and namely the Carolinas and also eastern Georgia. If the low pressure system hugs closer to the coast, we could see more cloud cover, and we're looking at the potential of maybe a few snow showers or snow flurries here in middle Georgia. And again, this is on Saturday. However, if this low pressure system tracks farther off to the west, rather to the east and then to the north, it'll of course carry the clouds and any moisture with it farther to the east. So this is still kind of developing, so we're watching to see exactly where this low pressure will develop, how strong it will be. Again, this is Saturday. We're going to be okay until then, and any precipitation that we do get on Saturday, if we get any, appears that it will be pretty much all snow versus freezing rain or the icy mix. So we'll watch and see again how this develops and keep you updated over the next few days. However, this event does appear to be a pretty big snow event, possibly for the Carolinas. And if we do get any here in middle Georgia, right now it appears just snow showers or flurries. The best chance of any additional snow would be in some of our northeastern and eastern counties. But once again, we'll be watching this for Saturday. Sunday, it gets on out of here, and we'll be watching the sunshine return back. But one thing we do know, it's going to be a cold weekend here in middle Georgia once again. Talking about the snow now, we're looking at the potential for snowfall, as we said, along the Carolinas over into possibly eastern Georgia, even as far down as Savannah. And notice the snow showers does sneak down into portions of the middle Georgia area, which does include Macon. But again, we will keep fine-tuning this forecast as we get closer to Saturday. But as I said, one thing we do know, the temperatures are going to be rather cold, especially over the weekend. We'll see a slight warm-up today through Friday as we'll be going up to the 50s. But Saturday, we're looking at another shot of Arctic air moving in. So we'll only stay in the mid-30s on Saturday for our high. It'll be mostly cloudy, and also, again, possibly a few showers and snow flurries. As we get into Sunday, sunshine will be returning. A little bit warmer, getting up to the upper 30s, and then by the time we get into next week, we'll see a good deal of sunshine, I think, most every day, and getting back up to the mid to possibly some upper 50s by the end of next week. So a little bit of warm up, then another cold outbreak, and then warming up some as we get into next week. So today, going up to the low 50s, we'll see mostly sunny skies for this afternoon, and then for tonight, dropping down to the mid to upper 20s, partly cloudy. And there's our 10-day forecast showing the warmer temperatures tomorrow and Friday, again getting into the 50s. And there's the cloud cover and the cold air settling back in on Saturday. And again, keep in mind there's the potential for maybe a few snow showers or flurries around on Saturday. We'll again keep you updated on that. Sunday right now looks pretty cold, upper 30s to near 40, but we will see the sunshine. Groundhog Day, we're going to be in the mid 40s, and then look at Tuesday through the next rest of next week, warming back up to the 50s for all of us here in middle Georgia.
United.
Urban Meyer built college football dynasties.
Football is a way of life.
Mark Ingram II ran his way to a Heisman.
I'm gonna do the rest of the show with this thing.
Rob Stone calls it like he sees it. This is the Triple Option, where legends tackle the biggest headlines in college football and the NFL with guests who don't hold back.
You're not winning with that owner.
Wow.
It's football talk that hits harder than game day. The Triple Option, presented by Wendy's, wherever you get your podcasts.